So what did I do today? Today's Wednesday. Today I bought peptides in the gym, my bone again, because I don't know, it felt worse in the moment, right? It probably didn't need peptides, but especially 10ml bottle, but I don't know, it just felt a bit weird. Not a bit weird, but it felt like, by peptides. Like, I genuinely felt injured on my pec. And like that's like a massive, like right here, my pec and shoulder, that's a massive area you don't want to get injured. I still look shit, to be fair, I can't lie. I still look soft most of the time, especially in tops. It's a bit annoying, but hopefully this bulk we can actually accrue some decent size, on my shoulder, on my frame, just to not look like I'm, like I do look fatter than I actually am. And I'm bloated a lot, and I want to have more musculature, more rounded, basically more fucking lean tissue. But anyway, so to the game. My dev is taking so long. Like, I'm just stringing him along, and like he's almost doing the same as well. I'm just like, no, implement this, and I'll pay you. I'm probably not. If he's dragging his feet, I'm just not gonna pay him. But like, bro, just fucking finish your job, finish it, and then I can finish the closed loop, the game. Today we got featured on this, I've never heard of this, but it's like Solana Daily. Got, I think, 100k followers, but what is that on Twitter, really? Like, he might have done a follow for follow, who knows? And it's not necessarily officiated, probably, with Solana or Solana Gaming. I feel like they're all separate entities, but like, he's a bottom feeder, basically. But yeah, we're just, I looked at BR1 Infinity, right? Saw this yesterday as well. I knew them, right, for the past, at least 10 months. I thought I think they kind of went under a little bit, but clearly not. They clearly were still working. But because I saw they got funded from Solana Ventures and another VC up to 17 mil in total. And they my game has to be completely different, which it is. It's a completely different style game, because their game just blows my game out the water if I try to mimic them. I could tell 17 mil, you hire and fire, and especially when you have VC backing you, especially for good connections, and then you done work with them before. They'll kind of allocate you good devs. You'll find other good devs. You'll manage a team. Their videos or content's good, because you'll have a actual proper good editor or content creator that uses AI plus your game, and it's just everything's professional. It's super professional. And this is where I could probably take a leap, right? Make the product good and just spam marketing, and it doesn't necessarily need to be professional. As long as it works and as long as it's fun. I can't lie, guys, I kind of find it a little bit fun in my game. Yes, the map could make it way more fun, add way more abilities. It's it just needs a lot of improvement, obviously. More actual, a user base of at least 100 active users, 1,000 active users, 100,000 active users, that'd be good. Having skill-based ranking, but it's you play what you're given, really. You can't, a proper ranking system, you can't do that until you have a load of users, active users, concurrent users, But today we hit 50k market cap, we'll just slightly broke over all-time high, but I can't lie, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to just not walk away, but walk a little bit, and just be okay, put the game to one side for now, focus on making money. But then I keep remembering the odd thought, no, you're going to come back, and let's say you want to come back with mils, you want to come back with 10, 20k, and you don't know how long that'll take you. It might take you really quickly, but 20, you have to re-pick up momentum, re-get people's their trust again. And I feel no, okay, how can we do this properly? I'm okay, do what I'm doing, right? Focus on the game, focus on building the game, making the product really good, spam marketing, then and only then, well, not only then, but simultaneously while spamming marketing, trying to get VCs on board. because VCs will give me the money for just making the game, because then like I know you're not really should like keep building the products, but you'll then make the game even better, even more fun, and then like potentially even crypto links, like especially crypto VCs, you'll get more connections and people will trust you more, and then obviously you can, I don't want to keep fucking this spiral, you guys can guess like where you like branch out to. I'm surprised like Orange hasn't followed me or anyone else. Like they all follow like some shitty lot. Like I feel like almost like you shouldn't think like this, right? But I feel like Crypto's one massive like I know him and then he knows me. We're friends. We go out partying. Type of like I feel like it's one big friend group, and it's a kind of a tight one. And like you have to really gain their respect and like you know something like any friend group, you just have to like puncture into them. And how do you do that? Well, you need to fucking be able to talk to them. Or get one of their attention, and then like manipulate one. You just you need to almost like be a cancer, just to get one person, one cell, and then you can like spread. You know. The thing is, some business models are harder, some business models are easier, right? So they all go through the suck, and they're all like perpetually the same. Like you feel the same, to be fair, but some are quite literally harder, but like they all feel the same relative, right? And this, you know, is my vision, this is my game, this could be big. You just have to make it fun. And you kind of have to, and like the thing is with like, it's a very not cruel, but it's a very competitive industry, world. If you're not fully committed to something and you're not fully dialed in, someone's going to take your shit. It's more so than the gym. Or even so, like, you know, like if you live in a little town, like, you don't understand, right? But like, competition is now crazy, right? Because you're competing against the world, right? There are people, you know, hauling ass, single, fucking... It's almost like, okay, you go to a beach club or something. I've never been to a beach club, right? But there'll be people, you think your physique's good. You think you've got amazing physique, right? It will like you will come across someone with a better physique than you until you get to like I don't know an elite competitive physique, like and like a truly at that state, you know that you will run into people with like better physiques than you at those places. Now imagine like in business, and the soft way to do it really is to make a lot of money in a business model. Dominating business, and then while you're doing that, you know, you don't need to necessarily be connections in crypto, but because you're known in your industry, you could then like some people from crypto will know you. You will know some people from crypto. That's how connections work. Because just over time, you expanding in your niche, you might find some crypto bros, you know, that might know a guy, you know. But it really is like I feel like the world's as hard as you think it is. But like especially if you come at a disadvantage, it's like genuine, like it just makes this, like if you could pull it off, the story's fucking sick. The story's so sick, because like most people who pull it off, they kind of have a kind of like, or most people that, not necessarily pull it off, but do the idea. Don't do it like so gracefully. There's kind of just like it's almost like it's been given to them, like you know, like given to them because people have helped them. People like just like you know. I need to really capture this moment as well. Like this moment in my life, you know. I need to have more 100% in. Like I feel like my mind's slightly like, oh well, if I don't, you know. If I'm not like gonna pull this off now, then I'm not saying like I'll never pull it off, but I'm like, well no, you'll never pull it off if you think like that almost. But then it's kind of like, oh no. But I want to really document, like I really want to show like almost like me working, and like I need to like do hourly documents, because like this could be biblical, this fucking pull off. Like I said this to, I don't know who I said this to, I think I said this to James, when it was New Year's Eve, right? No, New Year's Day, technically. I was walking back slightly drunk, right? But it was true. I said, if I can pull this game off this year, I will become a billionaire. I will. If I can pull it off, though. Because I don't want to say too much, right? But that's that. See you guys. Actually, no. When I come back, I need to like try to like fully implement this, the betting, make sure, you know, got all the skins, the lighting works, and then like I'm really gonna try and push those animations. I might have to pay the dev $500 just to keep him plodding or something. I don't know. I might just pay him in the morning, or like really early in the morning instead of, oh, now I have to wait another 24 hours. So then like fucking get these like animations done. I don't know. You know, it's very sketchy, very uncertain, very stressful, very like kind of on your mind worrying. This whole process in my game, constant. You know, I mean, it's pretty much cool if this is an issue. If you're making money though. But I can't lie though, when your coins got a lot of attention, like you have to move so fast. I remember when we first ever launched our game, like I was not quick enough. At the same time, it's like that's because the game wasn't ready. Once the game's like at a good standard, then you quickly hire teams, hire developers into like updates, distribution. But at the same time, like you don't need to, because the game's fun and the game's good. But yeah, see you guys in the next video.